Daniel Chokas, and on behalf of the MASBio Consortium, welcome to today's seminar. Now, MASBio, which is the Mid-Atlantic Sustainable Biomass Consortium for Value-Added Products, is a regional initiative devoted to locally produced sustainable bioproducts. And you'll be hearing more about that from today's speaker, so I won't go into any details myself. Now, however, here. However, please note the full lineup of outstanding speakers and topics that we have for this spring, as listed here on this slide. And I really hope that you will be able to join us throughout the year's seminar series as we explore these important and interesting topics related to biomass and bioproducts. Now, while today's seminar is on Wednesday, we do normally meet on Mondays at 12:20 p.m. Eastern Time, and the seminars will continue on throughout April of this year. And you can always check out the schedule as well as other details about the seminar and other events at the MASBio website, which is masbio.wvu.edu. Now, as you listen to today's seminar, please feel free to post any questions or comments by clicking on the Q&A button that you will see at the bottom of your little window. And as time permits, the speaker will address your questions after the presentation is finished. Now, if you're having any technical issues, please go ahead and use the chat button instead, and we will monitor that chat window and do our best to help out as we go along. Also, please note that today's session is being recorded, and it will be made available to people who had an unavoidable conflict and could not participate live. Now, when the seminar is finished and you close your Zoom window, you will be automatically directed to a very short survey regarding today's seminar. So please just take a few moments to fill it out so that we can find out what you thought of the seminar, as well as any suggestions that you have for the future. So now let's move on to our seminar. The presenter for today is Jingxin Wang. Dr. Wang is the professor and associate director for research in the Division of Forestry and Natural Resources at West Virginia University. He is also the director of the Renewable Materials and Bioenergy Research Center. And in addition to that, he is the overall leader of the MASBio Consortium. So Dr. Wang, welcome. We really look forward to hearing from you today. And I'll now turn the screen over to you.
Thank you, Dan, for the introduction. So it is my pleasure to talk about MASBio to all of you. And let me share my screen first, and we can have some details for you. Share my screen again. And the full screen. Can you see it, everybody?
Yes, that looks good.
Okay, so everybody, thank you very much for being with us today. And I want also to say, Dan, thank you for organizing it, and also Jaya for testing it, connection, and everything with me yesterday. So as Dr. Chokas mentioned, so we are talking about so-called MASBio. So Dan already gave you quite a bit details on the term, the name, everything. So I want to say this is a USDA-NIFA funded project. We started last year, so September 1st, and we just passed about a year and a quarter and a half so far. So it is still a newer project to all of us, and especially today, I try to give you some details or a review on the MASBio to all our students on the MASBio team. So this is something I try to remind to everybody. So whenever we try to present something, to deliver something or publish something, we need to mention that to acknowledge the support for this project by USDA. And as you know, this is not a smaller project. It's a $10 million project for 5 years, everybody? It's a big deal to all of us. And of course, we have to acknowledge USDA for this great support, everybody? So today, well, I'm presenting, so I tried to pass some slides because I have about 30 some slides. As Dan mentioned, I'm going to use the overall, for 15 minutes, but I try to leave some time for you to discuss with me. And we can check the question box at the same time, for example, with you. So I'm going to present the MASBio, especially our visions, for example, including the objectives and how we organize the entire project into different tasks, and what kind of outcomes we are expecting, and how we evaluate our project so far, especially year one and in the coming years, and also try to give you something. So our major accomplishment after year one already, and also talk about the potential what we're trying to do in year two, and also beyond year two for the future of the MASBio. Everybody. So this is something regarding the MASBio, as many of you may know already. So this MASBio is a regional consortium, and include the 6 major regional universities, and I believe some of you probably from these universities in here on the call on the seminar today. So WVU, Penn State, Virginia Tech, and the SUNY-ESF, and West Virginia State, and the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and so on. We also have 2 DOE national laboratories, so-called Oak Ridge and Idaho National Laboratories, and 2 USDA Forest Service, Agriculture Forest Service research units as well. But more importantly, we have 12 industry partners. And if you ask me, so Dr. Wang, what would be the major visions for you to put together with others for the MASBio, the major visions we have, you can see the last two bullets on that slide. So those 2 major things we can, we call either say major goals or major visions we have. So we try to deliver a sustainable production system based on our so-called economically feasible feedstocks, biomass feedstock we have. We can grow in a region and to produce so-called value-added bioproducts, bioproducts in the U.S. mid-Atlantic region in here. But the key things also, the second bullet on the last one on the slide, we try to promote or develop the so-called regional decarbonized bioeconomy. Hi, everybody. So you probably be familiar with decarbonization bioeconomy a little bit already, but through the entire seminar series, I believe you're going to learn a lot of things about decarbonization and bioeconomic development and so on. So here are our 7 major objectives. Hi, everybody. You can think about, I don't want to read the whole thing to you, because Dan mentioned that this seminar will be recorded, and you will see the whole things there. So we have 7 major objectives in here. So we talk about whole entire supply chain. Hi, everybody. The whole entire supply chain from pretty much land uses and land reclamation for feedstock production, conversion, education, and products. And Ying will talk about the whole entire system, so-called sustainability. So those kind of entire process. So including the harvesting, social economics and technical economics, life cycle, and so on. So those kind of things. So a lot of things that I try to point out to you, because we are in academia, we always focus on publication, research, and this kind of things. And last 2 pieces, for example, number 7, number 6, we focus on education, especially this group, for example, in here, and we try to educate you as next generation of bioproduct leaders, not only in academia, but also in industry and so on. And we also try to reach out to industry partners, potential developers, and business developers, and so on, to develop the regional bioeconomy, also based on our research findings and so on. So those are the major objectives we have. And here try to show you our MASBio study sites and the collaborators and region-wide and even beyond our region in here. You can see many different partners in here and the universities and so on. And we also try to leverage the resources we have in the region. For example, so over 10 million acres of mined and marginal land we can use to grow, say, renewable feedstocks. And we try to utilize every year's, from every year's harvesting, we have more than 8 million dry tons of logging residue, as you all know we have. And based on previous say studies and research projects, this team already established say more than 1,000 acres of hybrid willow and switchgrass trials already. And we also try to develop 20 more. So through this MASBio project and together work together with our industry partners as well across the entire region in here, everybody. So this is MASBio so-called structure, or either say a framework in here. So we have 7 major tasks in here, and with 31 subtasks in here. And as I mentioned to you earlier, so we focus on the entire supply chain. So from feedstock production until the final products, including education and extension efforts as well. And as I mentioned on the slide, for example, this is completely integrated project and also so-called transdisciplinary, so including research, education, and extension. So that's kind of effort. So I'll give you a little bit details for on each of the subtasks. So quickly, then we can use some time for discussion or questions you may have. I believe you will have. So task group number 1. So focus on land reclamation and feedstock production. Everybody. So we are trying to do many different things from there for products, value-added products, regional economic development, and so on. But the first thing is very important. We have to have feedstocks, and they have to be economically feasible. So everybody. So that task is, leading or led by say Jamie Schuler and Zach Friedman. So Jamie is WVU professor, and Zach is a University of Wisconsin professor. So with a few others on the team, and focus on 2 subtasks. So as I said again and again, so they focus on land use, land reclamation, and especially the marginal land and mining land, everybody. And the second part, for example, they have to use this land to develop feedstocks, especially focus on energy crops. So that in that task, in the entire project, we focus on 2 major energy crops. So hybrid willow and switchgrass, everybody. So the chart the chart tries to show you the experimental design they used in the field. So for the year 1 already. So this gives you some major outcomes and deliverables this task will provide to the project. So they're going to give us so-called detailed management strategies for feedstock production on these. One of the professors mentioned to me so-called crappy land. So we have the mine land and also and marginal land. So this kind of detailed management strategies and also decision system. So identify these strategies for different case scenarios, and especially to improve the energy crops yield according to different kind of soil condition and so on. And of course, they're going to have a lot of sustainability data for task number 4. And 20 news trials and publications, patent, and so on. So those kind of things. So this group will have. They already have something after year 1. So task group number 2. So based on the images on the slide, you can see. So that task group will deal with harvesting and logistics and the entire supply chain management and optimization. So led by Dr. Tim Volk of SUNY-ESF, and also Dr. Nick Anderson with USDA Forest Service, Rocky Mountain Station in Montana, with other team members, including myself. So what they have, this task group, so they have 5 major subtasks, and I don't want to read all of them to you. And pretty much focus on the hybrid willow harvesting, try to reduce fuel use and reduce cost, and they focus on efficiency of harvesting switchgrass and so on. So at the same time, we're going to focus on the entire supply chain and try to so-called the risk of the supply of the entire supply chain as well. So the last piece for this task, so we try to also monitor feedstock quality. And a lot of you probably know already, for example, we can deliver many kinds of feedstock to a biorefinery facility. Hi, everybody. So a facility always need your feedstock need to be consistent in terms of quality and water error, so those kind of things. So this is this is the major things this task we will focus on subtask 2.5, feedstock quality, consistency, and for conversion to value-added products. Hi, everybody. So task group 2 major deliverables in here, for example, data, publications, and systems related to the effective harvesting, focus on the feedstock, and like the energy crops, and we also focus on logging residue as well. This is something we'll talk about how to be able to provide year-round feedstock supply to any regional biorefinery facilities. This is something we are talking about in here, and the publications as well. But major things, as I mentioned in here, for example, so we try to identify feedstock quality consistency. So these are major things we're going to deal with. So we have been started this effort, and we'll continue to work on that through the next few years. So task group number 3, everybody. So focus on value-added products. So once we have the feedstocks, and we talk about logistics already, we talk about transportation and so on. So now we are at refinery or conversion facilities. Hi, everybody. So give you the so-called conversion pathways, everybody. So we have biomass, so forest logging residue, so hybrid willow and switchgrass in the first box, and through the different pathways we have in here. And at the end of the chart, you can see major products, so-called bioadhesives and biofuels, and there could be any biofuels, and resins for 3D printing, and bicarbonate, and also carbon products like char and the value-added carbon and so on. So those are so-called, that means the pathways and 2 value-added products we have. And the only things I try to mention to you, so there's in integrated conversion pathways we have in here, and pretty much as a carbon neutral, and even sometimes we say carbon negative, everybody, because we try to reutilize the CO2, generated during the conversion processes. Hi, everybody. So this is why we say that part CO2 reutilization or reuse, and could be make the process or conversion process carbon negative. Hi, everybody. So those are whole things in here, and we focus on this stuff there. So this is something regarding task group number 3. Led by Dr. Hu and with Dr. Stephen Camley and Dan, and in here and myself. So we'll focus on 5 major different kind of products. So major deliverables, for example, we focus on catalyst and conversion rate, and we focus on the also commercial scale development with our industry partners. And even we try to generate a lot of data for our task number 4. So, and the key things again and again, so that process could be carbon neutral or negative, everybody. And the performance, properties, biochar, and so on in the field. In our region, I think a lot of potential demand and applications for char is on. I mean, so there are a lot of ongoing activities related to this subtask. And of course, a lot of the publications will be provided or generated by this group in the coming years. So talk about task group number 4. I'm getting there to the end for those 7 tasks. So led by Dr. Friedman and Dr. Chad Bowden of Virginia Tech, and with others from those other universities, and focus on those 5 major subtasks in here. So pretty much it means you guys, I believe, are familiar with the ecosystem services, everybody. So that group, I believe, so focus on pretty much the entire ecosystem services and based on the entire MASBio supply chain. So we're going to check major so-called ecosystem service indicators, everybody. So related to the soil, water, emissions, and so on. So additionally, so we also will work out so-called BMP guidelines for biomass production, so in the region as well, and also evaluate so-called human dimensions related to utilizing biomass for value-added products in the region. And the last piece, for example, if you look at your screen, everybody, and related to policy and laws. So this is something we're going to evaluate as well, because a lot of activities in this country, in this nation, so related to policy and also some kind of laws we have to follow. So this kind of things we're going to deal with in that task. And the major things in here, so deliverables, publications, policy related stuff, and perceptions, and as I said, policy implications, and so on. So those kind of things will be delivered by task group number 4. So number 5, so regarding system scale up analysis, as Dan showed you already in his introduction. So you're going to have a series of seminars by different kind of team members in here, and I give you the overall review today right now. So whatever we are trying to do, everybody, we have to realize we try to make happen in the real field. So not only say within our labs, publish a few papers and so on. We try to do something in the field and help communities and work together with industries and so on. So there's task group in here. This is something their effort. They try to do some kind of so-called system scale up analysis, everybody. So led by Dr. Rick Bergman with Forest Service, Forest Products Laboratory in Madison, Wisconsin. So in here, so they have 5 major subtasks in here and follow this supply chain. So they're going to do something so-called data mining and big data analysis and scale up analysis and technical economic and the integrated life cycle and technical economic assessments as well. And pretty much focus on the scale up analysis, especially how we can apply our findings or conversions with industry partner together for real business. This is something we're trying to do by this task group. So major outcomes and deliverables, everybody. So you can see many different things, but I want to mention a couple of things in here. So probably you heard many times, especially most recently. So machine learning stuff, and this is something we're going to deliver something by this task, and all the costs related for the project, and also so-called landscape big data analytics. So those kind of things, everybody. And these are also other key hot topics, and nationwide, a lot of research and development activities, and MASBio, we're doing the same. We're innovative things in here as well. So this kind of thing by this group. And I noticed that then I'm using like 22 minutes already, Dan? I think I should be fine. I should be
so far, so good.
Should be fine time-wise, So task group number 6, very, very important. This is something we are doing today, everybody? And led by, Professor Dan Chilkos from Penn State, as you all know, Dan's organizing this today's effort seminar as well. So Dan leading this group and with so quite a few different other people from other universities and even including myself, for example. So this task group has 4 major subtasks in here, as you can see. So we do something, the undergraduate scholar program, and we'll start this summer and start with the SUNY-ESF with Dr. Tim Wilkes first. Then we rotate to Penn State, to West Virginia, to other universities, Virginia Tech, and so on. And number 1. So task 6.2, for example, undergraduate bioeconomy regional design course. It is a great course. So all the time when I present my MASBio or all vision or accomplishment, I always give Dan Dr. Chilkos credit. So he led this group and finished one design course already. I believe then last fall semester. So already with students from Penn State, Virginia Tech, and WVU, I think it went very well. Great course. Designed the entire whole. For the biochar production system, so entire chain and so on. So it was great course from last year. And today's seminar and the part of this graduate seminar in biorenewables, and also task 6.3, so manner certificates programs in land reclamation and green energy products. So this is something ongoing, and at WVU specifically, and we have 2 major manner certificate program ongoing at this moment. And last one, so also training for the educators, training educators, and we also had one session done last July, last year, and about 10 teachers, and was in our training program already. So a great group and a great achievement already by this education group. So this is those something that team will deliver to the entire MASBio project. So all the things already there, and they still, of course, continue to work on this stuff in year 2 and year 3, 4, and 5. So those stuff. And the last task group we have so-called extension and business development in here. Everybody. So there's a task group led by Dr. Sean Grushecki, of WVU professor, and also co-led by Ed Johnston Ball of Penn State. So working with quite a few different people from within, many other, universities, national laboratories, and so on in here. So they have, the subtasks more than any other task groups in here. I mentioned to you, they have 7 major subtasks in here, and they are going to do, primarily focus on demonstration and commercialization. Hi, everybody. So remember these. So demonstrations and commercialization stuff in here. So of course, they're going to check so-called social economic impacts our project, the MASBio to the region's economic development in here. And that's how, this group will also, they have been doing already. So while they have been doing, we continue to focus on so-called market study and marketing potential. The bioproducts we're going to do, we're going to, we have utilizing the biomass in our region in here. And we'll do a lot of extension activities actually. So several extension specialists, including the Edward Johnston Ball, and Mike Jacobson from Penn State. They are, Dave McGill from WVU and Mike Jacobson from Penn State. They are extension specialists, and working on extension group, and also the workforce, everybody. So workforce training education is also very, very critical right now, nationwide. So this is a part of our task and MASBio effort as well. We also working with our regional technical community college as well to develop workforce education programs, and a lot of ongoing very good efforts already by this group. So major deliverables, everybody. I don't want to repeat, and the whole slide is very busy and a lot of things and on the slide in here. But the key things, for example, we're going to deliver many different things. So like training people and develop businesses in the so-called Mid-Atlantic region and so on, and reclaim land, restore streams and so on. So those kind of things. So this is something they have been doing and working on the stuff and making progress in the coming years. So the key things, not only there's a task group number 7, and even the entire MASBio, we're going to focus on those 5 major demonstration and commercialization cases with our major industry partners listed in here. Hi, everybody. So task number 1, focus on the hybrid willow production and harvest. And you can see partners, industry partners, and scale and task interaction among those 7 major MASBio 7 tasks in here. And the task group number 2 focus on pretty much herbaceous biomass. So we focus on switchgrass in our case. So we have Ernst biomass, and some of you may know Ernst biomass already. And number 3, we focus on logging residue in our region, and working with 3 major companies. So to have some kind of demo cases, and also logging residue logistics and utilizations as well. And bioproducts and GTI and Lignetics and the char production as well. So we have new partners, so Messler Forest Products from Pennsylvania, and join us. And when we start to work on the project, so I haven't listed Messler in here, but Messler Forest Products is also one of our major partners as well right now. So let's move to the next phase. Hi, everybody. So once we have all the things, and you pretty much clear our visions already, and our major tasks and organizations and ongoing activities and so on, and probably you say how you evaluate the whole things. So I see we have one question, but I will hold it. Hi, everybody. You can keep put your questions there, and I can go back there to look at them. So how we evaluate our progress and accomplishment. So we have pretty much at 3 levels. Evaluate MASBio progress and project. The first level, pretty much we use our team leaders, like Dr. Dan Chilkus. So he's the education team lead, but not only focus on education. So Dan is also working on some other subtasks, like say task number 3, for example, so biochar conversion and so on. And we use our team lead to evaluate our team members' effectiveness and deliverables and so on. So that's kind of things. And we do have so-called advisory board. So we have very good board, and they are very exceptional. So good leaders, researchers, and the industry from industry, and researchers and industry leaders and so on, and even see leaders from government agency and so on. So they also provide us evaluation, and on twice a year, everybody. So we have meetings and ask them to evaluate our project, and so on from there. So the very important part for evaluation. So we do have so-called external evaluation component for the project. So the project, we hired Dr. Jessica Lee with the University of Maine. So she he has been doing the evaluation for the MASBio and finished, she finished the first evaluation and very detailed and reported back to the entire team and during our annual meeting time, and also reported back to our MASBio leadership team and discussed on many different things for the project improvement. And of course, everybody wants to hear some good comments. Yes, good comments are good, okay. But as the MASBio director, the leader, I want to hear something. So what kind of things we should know, we need them to improve for our MASBios for the coming years. So this is something I think very critical to us. So Dr. Jessica Lee's comments and evaluation provide a lot of feedback to us on that part. And even our board members also provide us the feedbacks on some tasks for improvement. Hi, everybody. So those things are critical. So here's our leadership team. So you can see we have a project manager, we have Jessica Lee in here, and the advisory board, and the reporting back to funding agency, USDA, and I have all the team lead listed, all the team members in these subtasks, and these kind of things in here. So here are our so-called exceptional board members in here, and you can see them. So very big names, and some of them are working with national laboratories and USDA Office of the Chief Scientist and the industry vice president, and yes, they are very helpful with us. And so give you some kind of feedback and quick review and regarding what we have accomplished in year one. So a flashback in here in year one. So a few major dates in here. We started on August. We had our kickoff meeting on August 20th. Talk about many different things, pre-award, post-award, processing, and so on. And then we have major things happened regarding MASBio management, many different things, especially regarding sub-award to many different kind of partners and so on. Then we focus on the team interactions and even see beyond the team interactions with our partners. So by December 20th and by March 21st, we have major things focused on student design course and student interactions with the coordinated by Dr. Chilkos at Penn State with Virginia Tech with WVU, and we also coordinated some efforts with our board members as well. And we offered a major so-called educator training program in July, and we also have our major activities on MASBio data sharing and management as well. And in September, we had our annual meeting done. So September 30th, everybody. And then since then, of course, we focus on year two and even beyond year two. So focus on action steps and work plan matrices for year two. So this is something we have been doing. And after that, give you something about year one major accomplishment. Hi, everybody. So I'm getting there, and we have quite a few different things. As I mentioned, we trained more than 10 teachers already, and we have 17 undergraduate students and accomplished this design course. We have in year one only, we have 10 PhD and master students join us. And I'm expecting we have more than 10 so in year two. And we also have 4 postdocs on the team. And somebody may say how many PA, co-PA you have. So I can tell more than 30, everybody. So that's kind of things. We have too many meetings, and somebody may be tired of meetings already in year one. But we also published something, not a lot in year one because we just started a year ago. Hopefully year 2, year 3, we will have more publications and so on. Hi, everybody. And next slides and give you some quick overview for the energy cross trials in year one. So something I think we focus on two major species, switchgrass and hybrid willow in here, and something I mean on both agricultural land and mine land. And I think something some trials they did pretty well. Something were not good. So from there, because two major issues you can think about this. So somebody, and you can think about what are the major issues to us to grow these say energy crops on mining land. So I don't want to give you the answer. You can think about and some of the things that some of the willow did pretty well. You can see this daughter. Jamie Schuler, I think you see the height after a year, and more than 5. I think Jamie is about 6 feet tall, and so more than 6 feet tall already. But some of the things pretty much like this, and like say a bottle. Hi everybody. So we have two major issues in here. So you can think about that and try to answer me or ask me. So the two major issues we have to grow energy feedstocks in our region, especially on mine land. And here's the trial data actually. You can see we have 24 different plots, and each plot about 1/10 acre, 6 different sites, and 3 of them on farmland, and the other 3 on mine land. And they checked both willow and switchgrass and the survival, growth, yield, and treatments with fertilizer and char, biochar also. They checked the soil, water, and also other ecosystem service indicators. Everybody. And so far, year one, so we already had, like I said, 30 different sites already, and those are 6 new sites. And in year 2, we're going to, in 2022, we're going to have more and more assessments as well. So survivals, generally speaking, survivals are not too bad. Everybody, if you can check a poor, good, whatever, the whole thing there, but they're not great, I can tell you. So the difference between the farmland and the mine land, you can see some difference, but see in here this column and compared to this column, something there, of course, as expected. And on mine sites, usually very challenging for willows and switchgrass to survive from there. So those kind of things, I think, after year 1, and focus on something in year 2. So this is something my job and even the team lead. So what we are trying to do and deliver in year 2. We pretty much meet everybody. So once a while, and you will be the leaders in either academia or industry, federal government, and so on. So those kind of things you have to think about. Give the plans to your co-workers and your team members and so on. So those 2 things, my team members, they need to follow, for example. So action steps for the MASBio, and you can see for each one major tasks, and we have this table number 1. It's only a part of 8. We have about 6 pages for this table 1, and for each of the 7 tasks, we have very details, action steps, deliverables, and what kind of things we need to do, and so on. So very well planned and managed, I can tell you. Then for any of the subtasks, for example, we have to follow these, so-called the detailed and work plan and timeline matrices in here. For each of the subtasks we have in here. So that table 2, we have about 15 pages for each quarter in year 1, in year 2, and even beyond, everybody. And the year 2 and the future, for example, so based on our year 1 annual meeting and evaluation and discussions with board members, many different people, and we have those feedbacks, especially in red. So the bullet points in red, everybody. So year 1 meeting, for example, a little bit information for some of you who didn't join us for our year 1 annual meeting. And we had 70-something people so join us for the year 1 meeting, and specifically want to mention to you, we have one session specifically for student presentation, also organized by Dr. Dan Chilkos. I think it went great, so very well for this student presentation sessions and discussion as well. So major things are what we're trying to do, everybody, because you're part of our MASBio team. We try to say help you, and you try to help us and learn something through research and education perspective and so on. And we want to hear you. We want to hear some feedback from you all the time, So we want to do more engagements with you, and even some postdocs in our year 2 and beyond. So this is something we do, and including these stuff, everybody. So this is something to this effort, including this research and career support, career development with your supervisors, with our collaborators, and so on. So that kind of things. We want to do more collaborations with our partners and stakeholders, and more economic development in the field in year 2 and beyond. We want to identify more opportunities also for the entire MASBio team and team members. And of course, we will focus on so-called emerging market and commercialization of our MASBio findings and so on. And you see we have a lot of publications and so on already, but we want to deliver more in the coming years. So those are focus, a little bit repetitive, but something also different, because I want to show you that chart in here. So how those 7 tasks, they are interrelated, how they interacted with each other over the years, and in year 1 and coming years and so on. So those kind of things we are trying to do, we will continue to do also, everybody, regarding data sharing and interactions, and we challenge ourselves all the time. So we want to work more with students. You see, you students are very important to us. I mentioned that several times. We want to have more engagement with you, to work on projects and train you, educate you as leaders in this field in the future. So that should be my last piece. So last piece, for example, we keep doing our communication, we keep improving our communication, and we keep promoting our MASBio. We have MASBio website, and Dr. Dan Chilkos mentioned to you, and masbio.wvu.edu. You can find a lot of information from there. And even have Twitter account, Twitter, and our program manager, Molly Ramsey, and is managing our Twitter account as well, and so on. So we also have data commons. We have a lot of things on the data commons, data and publications and information, and we can share with a lot of participants and even beyond this. So with this, that's the end of my presentation. I have my information in here, and something you can reach out to me so if you need, but you can talk to Dr. Dan Chilkos as well for this kind of seminar and the MASBio things related and so on. So I have about 5 minutes left, Dan?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, I guess. And let's talk about a few things in here. And one question by Jerry. So Jerry, you asked as a PowerPoint with the email to us. I think, yes, we can convert it to PDF and share with you. Jerry? So any other question from you? So this is something I want to, Karen also asked me how industry stakeholder initiative, are they open to implement new practice? Because do you have a overview about that? Good, very good question, Karen, and I really appreciate your question about engagement with the industry. So this is very, very critical, very important things. So regarding that, and we have, the MASBio, especially myself, invited 2 keynote speakers to our either all-hand meeting and to our annual meeting, talk about the engagement with industry, other stakeholders. At this moment, for example, we do have an initiative. So what kind of programs we should do, for example, especially for example, so biochar production. So we've been working with, say, like I mentioned, Metzler forest product in Pennsylvania near State College, and for biochar. And we do work with the Lignetics and for logging residue utilization. And Lignetics has 5 or 6 facilities in Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and New York. And we do work with Torresak, for example, on biochar application also in the coal mine field. And all the industry partners, as I mentioned, they are working with us on some kind of initiated initial project already for industry development. And of course, it means that they always care about environmental benefits and potential costs as well. So that's kind of things that means I can tell you we have a lot of ongoing activities. I don't have detail to report to you at this moment. And when Dr. Sean Bruschecki present in that seminar series, even the Jeff Scarlson report something, and I think they're going to give you some kind of specific cases they have been working with the industry partners. Karen? Good question. Any other questions? Anybody? We still have some time.
So while people are thinking or typing, Dr. Wang, I have a question for you about just such a complex project as this. How do you kind of decide whether the project is successful or not, since there are so many different pieces and so many different objectives involved in the project? Sure.
So then, challenging question. I think I agree with you, and so that's kind of a project. Everybody, I think we have not how much money we have received, but we have too many tasks. We have too many people working together. It's always challenging. So I have a lot of concerns, and I'm joking with people. You see, I added quite a bit gray hairs already after year 1. Dan? I'm joking with people, but yes, so challenging, and pretty much I mean we have to me, for example, I have MASBio manager working with me on a daily basis, managing issues here and there, and again. So we have to be clear with our goals, what we try to deliver, and we have to rely on our team lead. Hi, everybody, and myself, and even full-time MASBio manager. I don't think 2 persons can handle this stuff there. So those are the 7 task team lead. They are very, very critical. They are playing an important role in managing the project at a sub level. Everybody, and I'm talking to you regarding the team lead effort and the team effort. That's pretty much team effort. So my goal, I try to managing the whole things, as Dan mentioned in the question part, for example. I try to make sure we're doing the right thing there to target our goals we have been proposed, and even beyond, to make something to be able to succeed. And some issue probably will happen, and we always have issues, but I don't expect we have major issues like there's a pandemic affecting us at this right now even, and this is something I try to make sure we are doing the things on the track and make things, we have the stuff there. And if any student asks me, Dr. how much time you spend on the MASBio, I pretty much working on the thing every day. Hi, everybody, and checking stuff, reporting, talking to people, and so on. We have meetings on regular basis. So weekly meeting for somebody, and bi-weekly, monthly, 2 months, and by 2 months, by 2 months, whatever, So those kind of things. So a lot of effort, everybody. and very time consuming, but again to our team, entire teams, and to USDA funding agency, to our partners, I think this is my honor and pleasure to work with all our partners. So this is something, even I spend a lot of time, I try to make sure everybody doing a good job and everybody receive her and his own credit on this effort. Okay.
Terrific. Thanks very much. I think we've used up all of our time for today. So I'd like to just once again thank our presenter, Dr. Wang. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us, and thank you for the comments and questions from the group. And we will look forward to
everybody. So if you have any questions or any time, talk to your supervisor, and even you can talk to me. Any question regarding the MASBio.